Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Masanda Fan Vlog. Right off an emphatic victory of the match day 5. Played Stellenbosch. That was much better,
Yeah, much better.
especially like from when you compare the result like last season. This
Yes.
this fixture last season was very bad.
I tweeted, I think it was yesterday, that I hope Stevie Baka sees bad things today in our career, and he did.
Yes, you got your wish. You got your wish.
Yeah.
I didn't see the first half because
Yeah.
I mean the PSL will start a game midweek at 5. I mean people have work.
But before we get into the halves and the game itself,
Yeah.
I wanted us to look at like the game block. It's of course this was match day 5, and match day 5 means our first game block is done. We're into double figures. That's nice, but it's not the best of game blocks that we had.
It really wasn't.
Yeah, because you have to win the game against TS Galaxy at home. You can forgive a draw at Skukune away. You can forgive that. But especially looking at the performance on Saturday, the performance was A1, but the result just didn't, match the performance. But I think in this game block, if we look at how we played against TS Galaxy, you have to say we have to win against TS Galaxy, and then this game block is now 13 instead of 10. But we'll take the 10 game block, but it means it's just like how you said after we lost against TS Galaxy, how we respond from this game block is going to be so important.
Yes, and if you look at the results that we've had since losing to TS Galaxy, we won against Chiefs, drew away to Skukune, and then just won tonight. But my biggest thing here is performance. Sundowns doesn't really give you the performances to write home about in the first 5 games. But, okay, against CT, you care more about the result more than the performance, because it's the first game of the season. Like, you want to win the first game of the season. Against TIS Galaxy, you can say the performance looked like a vintage Sundowns at the beginning of the season performance. And then you go to Chiefs. Chiefs wasn't one of our best games.
Nah, it wasn't.
But the result was a blockbuster result.
I think
but Skukune and Stellenbosch, I'm really happy with the performances. You can say who engineered you.
Yeah, going back to what you said about Chiefs, the Chiefs game, I think we needed to bounce back and win, and our coaches looked at that game and we won it tactically more than anything. We won that game tactically. We allowed them to have obviously this is not a Chiefs review, but we allowed them to have the ball, and we hurt them where we could. But now getting into game match day 5, and I said in the previous review that after 5 games, that's when you'll start seeing the cohesion in the Sundowns team. And I know it's a cliche, and I know a lot of people hate it. People hate it, but it's just reality. It's just proven that in the past 7, 8 seasons that we've been doing this, 5 years that we've been doing this, we've always said that Sundowns starts slow. Mamelodi Sundowns is a slow starter, and it just proves like we from I think our performances just keep getting better. From Cape Town to TS Galaxy, better performance. From TS Galaxy to Chiefs, better performance. And I think Skukune was we raised to another level, and I think today we're as good as Kukune, but with an end product today.
Yeah, and a very controlled performance. With the exception of 2020-2021 season, I think that season was started very well.
Yeah, obviously.
First 8 games were very good.
Yeah, and I always say it's because we had new coaches.
Yeah.
New coaches bring fresh ideas. It injects a new energy into the team.
Also, players also raise their standard.
Yeah, players raise their standards. They want to prove. You have to prove yourself to the new coaches, and that's the only season you could say we started quick. But after that, even last season, I remember saying that we were winning, yes, last season, but we weren't seeing the cohesion.
I tweeted after the game against Kukune. I was like, I want to see Andile Jali playing. Um, I I like Debza more as an 8
Yeah.
than as a 6.
Yeah.
I know he played well as a 6. Funny I mentioned Dibza. The coach also said tactically today Dibza was the best.
player.
He said against Chiefs, Neomayama tactically was the best player. I think we control the game better when AJ is starting. I think we control the game better. You can still see he's not up to the standard to play 90 minutes or 95 minutes yet, but I think when AJ is here, things are much better. Also, we don't concede when he plays.
True. I said to someone earlier today that it's like we pull the AJ card. Like after we lose, we say
AJ, come in.
come save us,
And then we win.
Come in, and we win. You look at a Sundowns starting lineup with AJ playing. It just looks so much. We look under control.
Of course.
We are calmer. There's leadership, and yeah, AJ's AJ, man, top class footballer, and yeah, he came across today. We were facing a very good football.
Very good side.
Very good side.
Very
good side
good
with
side.
with a very good coach, but having AJ there is just, not an ace card,
Of course.
Kiki cheat code, yeah.
He is. He
Yeah.
is. One thing I'm really happy about now is the last game of the first match block. The performance. The performance is what I'm really happy about. Of course, I won the result, but I'm really happy with the performance. It's for me. It's the cherry on top with regards to this result. And I lately, like playing this team makes me a bit nervous. Playing against Steve Barker has never been easy. Even when it was at Tuks, it has never been an easy. He's never been an easy coach to play against. But also, you can see, this team. They've changed a lot. They no longer have Ashley Dupreez. They no longer have Zita Kwinika. Who else? Who else was there? Oh, there's also the issue with Jabbar.
Jabbar, yeah.
At least Mendieta is playing well. They have a very young team. Even Coach Baka was saying he ended the game with players who were 21 and younger, like 5 or 6 players who were 21 and younger. And I'm so happy playing him this early, whilst he's still getting his house in order, because when this team are at their best, it's so difficult to get a win against them. Last season, we only got 1 point from them, like out of 6 points.
And with a moment of brilliance from Lala K, we had to take that goal from deep. And, I feel like when we go to Danny Craven in the second part of the season, we're going to be facing a completely different Stellenbosch side. They'll have Jabbar back, and their young players would have gained confidence, and it's gonna be, I feel like football throws questions at you all the time. It's up to you how you answer.
You better answer on Sunday.
No, Steve Barker needs to answer the questions.
Yeah, but I think overall, I'm really happy about this game. We had 10 more shots than they did on target at goal. 190 more passes than they had. 60% possession.
Thank you, Spumagil.
If you look at the stats, and if you look at like eye test and stats are running parallel, everything looked good. We had the goals, and also like getting a goal from your debutant is always adds something, man. Like it adds something, and but Sundowns supporters really like new toys, ne?
Yeah. No. We love our shiny new toys.
We love our shiny new toys.
You can't blame us. I mean, we have shiny new toys all the time. Like
Jesus Christ.
Last week, 10 days ago. When was it? Was it last week?
I think 2 weekends back,
10 days ago, we announced Mbogani Zungu. Today we announced Alende, and he's on the pitch. Like, we have shiny new toys all the time. And going into that game, before we announced Zungu, we had signed Nasir, and this season we had signed Mbule as well. Like, we have shiny new toys all the time, and it's exciting times. And I'm gonna go off bar a bit, and in the presser, Coach Rulani was asked I think it was Maskepo who asked the question. He was like, I think something like, you've won the league already, and like last season's obviously
Yeah.
league. But what keeps you going? What are you excited to do? And I wanted Coach Rolani to say, and I wanted him to say, but and he said, I think he said, we want to play like this for 90 minutes. He gave a politically correct answer. I wanted him to say, we want to win the Champions League.
But it was going to be an obvious answer. Maskepo would the question.
Looking
no,
for that answer.
Exactly. That's what he wanted.
But I wanted Coach Rolani to give it to him.
No,
I wanted
but
Coach
the thing
Rolani
is that, guys, it's the 5th game of the season. Clearly, the Champions League. Let's go. Let's take every game as it comes. Let's win more games in the league, so that when the program starts, yeah, Champions League, at least you have a cushion that you can fall back on. Leukabua and play a nothing draw. You still have a nice cushion. But are they into this game now?
Yeah.
I was happy with. Like every week, there's always there's also a new name to add to what's happening on the pitch. I think Ronwen Kajeno looked more commanding than he has done since Atoma Dlala in Cape Town. Also, the role he's playing. Kimang, I think Tito posted a picture during a corner kick and he was standing in the halfway line. And Kajano was like watching the game properly. In the Hafarlek section.
Yeah. No, he told you that if you want to watch come sit with me.
Yeah, and I the person I really wanted to watch Kajano from Gudimune, let the Boom Coin. I really wanted to watch the Boom Coin. I wanted to watch Ronwen Bila. And I think they chose the right game today to. I think this was one of his better performances. Salis is to Mili because it's 5 games. I'm gonna judge players after 10 games now, especially if they start.
Two comments. Let me start with Ron. And I didn't want to say this, and I vowed to myself that I'm not gonna say this. No, I'm not gonna say this until after game block is done. The first game block.
Okay.
And the one thing I was worried about when Ron was coming is that I wasn't sure how he was gonna command his box during set pieces. Now he's taking over from someone who does that very well.
Of course.
Dennis Onyango is exceptional at commanding his box during set pieces, and with these first 5 games we haven't considered a single set piece, and I think I've watched Ronwen closely during set pieces and he's commanding his box very well, although he's not coming out as frequently as I thought he should be, but I think he'll get there. But I think I'm confident enough and I'm comfortable. And then Tebza, I think Tebo Mugona has been Sundowns' best player this season in the first 5 game block. I think Tebo Mugona has been Sundowns. Yes, you and AJ's, I want to say cameos. When AJ has started in the 2 games, yes, he's been better than everyone. But when you look at everything,
but not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not today. Today he was still
okay.
good.
He was okay.
He was still good, but he was. But I'm just saying, Tebza, in terms of how he's played over the 5 games, I think he's been our best player, and Obri Muriba has been close up there.
I hear you. Let's go into the player ratings.
Yeah.
Ronwen.
Good. Good. His distribution today, I think, was good enough as well, but it could have been better.
What could have
There were 2 balls, and I saw where he had the ball, and then he didn't play the first time ball, and the ball he played landed to a Stellenbosch player. So it was 2 balls.
It's complicated. What's the goalkeeper's job? It's to not concede, keep clean sheets. Now you guys are creating. Okay, I understand. Everyone wants a sweeper keeper, a keeper who can initiate play and start play from the back. But what's the goalkeeper's primary job?
It's fine. Let's give Ronan a 7 and move on.
Thank you. Okay, keep it going. Kuliso today was very good. Second half was magnificent. I still struggle to understand how SuperSport are 1 man of the matches. Akutlhalwayo.
Tapelo had 2 assists. as
I
well.
understand, but like you can have 2 assists but not be the outstanding player on the pitch.
I felt like Kuliso had poor man Gaston in his back pocket today. He wasn't.
Yeah, but Mendieta, the thing is that he invests a lot, Lena. He
Yeah,
doesn't hog the line.
He doesn't hog the line, but he comes into the half space
Yeah.
between the right centre back and the full back. And I feel like Kuliso was confident in those moments.
Another thing I really liked about Kuliso Kajin was him like in attack.
Yeah.
He was very good in attack, Kajin. I don't know how many take-ons. I like how many take-ons he had, Kajin, and how many were successful. And then I also loved how he initiated like play Hafitla Kopele, like trying to create triangles, trying to play like those neat 1-2 touches.
yeah.
The one thing he still needs to work on is his final ball. Like we don't sometimes doesn't score from a lot of crosses.
Yeah. No, we don't.
And I think it's one weapon that we still need. Like if we want to hit the type of levels we want to, I think that's what we really need. Okay, I understand the type of role Aubrey and Lyle play, but I still need, like for us to add must have some variations in attack. But I think Kuliso today, I think it's an 8 for me.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Going back to, I think it was the 12th of March when we played Al Ali earlier this year, and we were in the tunnels of FNB Stadium with one of our team analysts, and he was telling us how Kuliso is able to find pockets of space all the time. He finds himself with like he finds pockets of space all the time. He always finds space to give always an option to his teammate to pass in attack. It's just that final ball that we are talking about. We don't score from enough crosses. I can't argue that 8. Rouge, I thought Rouge was very good today.
He was very, very good.
thought-
Nearly scored a goal as well.
I thought Rouge was very. I think this was Rouge's best performance in this season as well.
Yeah.
I thought.
And then I how many games this season, innit?
Yeah. I think this centre back pairing has started all the games.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, this back 4 has started all the games.
Oh, yeah.
The back 5.
That's true. That's
Back
true.
5 has started all the games.
Rating for Rouge?
I think it's a 7, Kens. Same as Ronald.
Okay. Brian Onyango, 6.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Lyle, Aubrey.
After the press conference, I followed Coach Rulani outside of the room, and I asked him a question that I wanted to ask, but we ran out of time in the press conference. I said to Coach Rulani, Coach, during the weekend, I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, Aubrey was more wide, and he wasn't inverting as much. He was like, no, you're correct. And he was like, and I felt, and I don't expect you to comment, and I felt he wasn't good enough. And he didn't answer. I wasn't expecting him to answer. And I said, today he was inverting again, and he was a threat again. In the, he gave us the option to provide us with quantitative superiority in the middle, and that's where I felt like we controlled the game. And I feel like Aubrey's role when he's inverting is being misunderstood by a lot of people. And I feel like I said to you when we were talking about Dave Zayn, he's been our 3rd best player this season, and Coach Antwaragalitso. Do you understand? And we deliberated a bit about it, and I think Aubrey was good today.
Yeah.
I think Aubrey was good. I think Aubrey was way better than he was Kukune. I think he was giving us, obviously, the number is in the middle, and he was playing those balls, but helping us arrive in the final third.
Rating?
7.
7.
I think I'm done talking a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I thought AJ was good today, but I've seen better from him.
Yeah.
I think he was okay. The thing about AJ is that first and foremost, he gives you the control.
Yeah.
We control the game much better, Holiday, and when he starts, I concede. I think it's a 6.5. Well, rating ya. You cannot comment the rating ya, but I think there's a 7.
0.5.
I wanted to say a 0.5, 7.5.
7.5.
But yeah.
Billy Mayem. Another one I'd love to talk extensively
No,
about,
no. Let's not talk extensively.
let's not. Let's just wait.
Open his account for the season. I thought he was due a goal.
Yeah.
I thought he was due a goal.
Yeah.
7.5. Karukuri.
Yeah.
Karukuri.
Yeah. Let's give him his and a half because he scored.
Temba.
Temba's one.
We're not Temba when it comes to Temba's one. Like Coach Rulani Gajenu was extensive.
Yeah.
Temba, and he explained Mjishi's role, and by now you've seen it because you've watched the presser.
You've watched the presser.
If you haven't, you
Pause
can
here, pause here.
and watch the
watch the
presser
presser,
below.
yeah.
Watch the presser below this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
He spoke about Temba's one. I don't wanna lie. Of course, there's games where he hasn't been, but today, like Temba, it's like AJ, and also because of I think I'm not sure if Rulani confirmed like we're back to a diamond or Hanne, but
No, he did. He did confirm, but Asana, he
yes.
said
And-
you
and-
need Temba
and-
at the top of the diamond as a 10.
but when it comes to Temba and AJ, they are at the tip of
Yeah, the one is at the
of
base,
the
the
diamond.
other one is at the tip.
Is
yeah.
at the top of,
Yeah.
of the diamond, and with them it's a matter of control more than anything.
Yeah.
And then anything else, Coach Rulani tells it is rena the KEF Pro or the KEF A
Yeah, the
license.
Go listen to Coach Rulan. But now, one thing about Tembazar, I was happy in the stands, and I'm gonna post the video on Twitter when the people were singing Tembazar.
As you're watching this now, I've already posted it. I'm gonna give him Shishi a 7.
Thank you, Kinsan. And Toto, you know Toto didn't sleep well because you wanted to give him a 7.
When a little you have this thing, like your thoughts because of what people will say. Like it's why. Like why are you here?
I don't know.
Yeah. Gaston?
I thought he was good in the 30, I don't know how many minutes that he played. I thought he was
26.
Good. He was. Gaston is hungry, Kinsan. Gaston is very, very.
Even Coach Rulani said it's a different Gaston now.
Yeah, I know. Gaston is very hungry, and he wants.
It's showing.
Yeah, he's out there to get blood. Gaston is out there to get blood.
Do you think the 26 minutes he played warrants and
Maybe it won't be
rating?
fair. Maybe it won't be fair if you rate him. But if I was ever to rate him, I was gonna give him a 7. But maybe let's not give him. Yeah, no.
okay.
Gaston is hungry.
So maybe you can rate.
Peter Shalu goals.
Oh, Negeri Tapelo, but okay, you'll rate him after. Shalulile, 5 games, 4 goals. Going quietly about his business again. He'll be I think he'll be the first striker first player to get to double digits, and it might not be too far off. Like Shalulile is that type of player. Like the moment he scores a brace, like Waizuru, like the floodgates are open now. What a professional! What a professional! You know, I've never seen anyone who gives all he has for 95 minutes like this guy. I really don't know.
I can see why during the preseason was calling and asking when are we starting training.
It actually seems like an outplay. Like it doesn't have a life.
Yeah.
Like
I want my footballers to be like that.
But you know, it's actually looking scary now, because it seems as if like he might. Like by the end of the season, because
Potentially midway next year, can start midway next year or at the end of next season. Let me say at the end of the 2023-24 season, 100 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns.
that's what I'm saying. He scares me. Like he's now on 56.
And that will be in 4 seasons.
Yeah.
People scored 50, you know, not to disrespect anyone. In 6 seasons, people scored 56, 40 something in a lot of seasons.
I honestly think if Kama stayed, he'd be our second highest scorer.
Yeah, definitely.
He'd be our second highest scorer
Definitely.
if he had stayed. But anyway, Shalulile 8.
Cool.
Tapelo.
Tapelo, they gave him man of the match. And I thought he asked a different type of question from Gaston. Gaston was I'm going to either run behind you or come in front of you.
Yeah.
Tapelo was always there. If Stellenbosch had, that numbers up front, he always had them thinking about the counter attack, and I thought that was good for us. 2 assists for the lad.
Off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench.
Crazy.
I think if I give him anything less than 7.5.
Oh, wait, 7.5 kukula so 9.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Off the bench.
Okay.
Namara, I said to you.
No, I was being conservative.
Why are you being conservative? Why?
And it's funny that I'm being conservative now, but the weekend when we had drawn, I was dishing out, good ratings.
But for me, in my team now, my strongest team has Tapelo playing up front. I just don't know. Because I've always said one of my biggest grabs is the lack of speed. But I love the question Tapelo answers to the question Tapelo poses to opposition left center back and the left back in that space. I love the question he poses to them, and he finished the season strongly. Put the cherry on top. Nedbank Cup, scored the winner, scored the opener, MTN 8 final, and for me played one of his best
also
games
not forgetting
against
that goal in Cairo. Very important.
I even really but now I was about to say like the return fixture Al Ahly was I think was for me was Tapelo's best game for Mamelodi Sundowns. For me, so for me, Tapelo is in my team.
So a 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9.
Marcelo Allendale Road.
What a way to introduce yourself to Sundowns fans. You know, Abubakar Nasir introduced himself in the best way possible to score against Chiefs. Scoring against the old enemies will give you a cushion. You can have 4 bad games, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Alande came in today, scored. Maraliana, he looks like the. It looks like since he got to Sundowns, he's been those players who he doesn't seem timid. Like it doesn't seem like he's holding back or anything. Like you can see like in you see like the small photos and videos that you'll see this guy like he's working himself well in the group. Even when he came on, even the way players celebrate with you sometimes says a lot. I was just happy to see him on the pitch. I would have loved to have seen Cassius Mailula on the pitch.
That would have been like the cherry on top. But it's just that injury Gaston, I think.
Yes, took away a sub.
Yeah.
But Alande, what a way to introduce yourself. Could have actually scored 2 or had a goal and assist Lena off the bench. It was his first game. We're going to give him an 8.
I read MasterChef as well.
Another 8. As an 8.
As an 8. I get a question on this book about him. As an 8.
Yeah, Spoiler, I was saying, I'm not sure if I said it on camera or off camera.
No, I think it was off.
Yeah, I think it was after the Chiefs game. Get a spoiler. I'm hoping like he sees more it's make or break.
Yeah.
And for me, he has shed the weight. He's looking in better condition, and I think he'll still be in better condition, like as Nagwenzi Tsamaya. But also, like you can see, like he's Lena engineer Futumala, because like at the end of last season, Nasadale, and I think that's where he also picked up the weight. They're not sure if there was an injury or not, but in the cameos that he's had, he's done so well.
He's gonna be so
against Kukune, he was so good. Kajuni was gonna be so good. I think he might actually move up the pecking order, Edisap. You know, in basketball, you have a 6th man. I think he might be.
You've always said Sundowns. There's a pecking order, Edisap. You know who the first sub is gonna be, and spoilers. He's just bringing himself
and
up.
As Paula, even like the result at the time or the scoreline doesn't even matter because Wabona Hore.
Yeah.
You know, remember 2015-16? Like, I think Sundowns' best season ever since Gitomova supporter since I think you were born.
Yeah.
I think Teko, the role he played off the bench,
was the first sub. 60th minute.
Yeah, he was always. I mean, most of the time, half time or 55. Either Castro Watswa or Kama Watswa, and then we throw in Teko. I think Spola right now can be that, but as time goes, He must force himself. I think Kiliana, he's two. If he doesn't pick up a knock, I think he's like 2 games away from a start.
Nah.
I think Paul is 2 games away from a start.
Coaches?
Gonna give them a 10 today. I think they picked the right lineup.
Yeah.
Their subs were very good. On time, tactically, we were superior today. I'm giving them a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you guys for watching. Re tla le bona ka MTN 8 on Sunday. That's it.
Yeah. Let's go check on Stevie Baka. He saw bad things tonight.
Ciao.